Hello everybody. So today we are going to make a eggless version of your peach gateau. First we're going to start with the sponge and then I'm going to show you how to go ahead with the icing. Ingredients used for making the eggless sponge for your peach gateau are refined flour, powdered sugar, this water over here. Water we are going to use some amount to adjust the consistency. Then there is vinegar, baking soda, baking powder, milk and oil, and lastly your vanilla essence. So this is your milk. I have heated this milk a little bit. So basically this is your warm milk. I have heated this in a microwave. You can do it in the gas also, whatever is your convenience. And this is your vinegar. I am going to put this vinegar inside in this, and this will split. Okay, so I am going to put about 1 teaspoon. So this is 1 teaspoon and half teaspoon. Okay, this is half teaspoon, and I am going to mix this. So can you see this has started splitting? Okay, so this is what basically we need. Okay, for the recipe. So to start with, this is the same thing, the milk thing what we had done. This I'm going to put here first. Okay. Then I'm going to put the sugar inside. Okay, make sure whatever ingredients you're using, all those ingredients have to be sieved. It's very important that you sieve the ingredients. Take your whisk and you just mix this. This will immediately dissolve inside it because it's just your sugar. Okay. Then I'm going to put all my dry ingredients inside it. Now what I'm going to do is, this is my refined flour. This will go here. 1/4 teaspoon of your baking soda. I'm going to put here on your top. I'm going to sieve everything along with the flour. Okay. And then there is half teaspoon of your baking powder. Just mix this. And then just sieve this inside. Make sure you sieve it. It's very important that you sieve it. Okay. Why did I mix it with the whisk in the initial stage? Because I wanted to make sure that all my baking powder and baking soda is mixed properly with the flour. Recipe eventually you're going to mix only with it, but still. Okay. So just make sure this is done. Keep mixing this. Here you don't have to be worried about over mixing and all. Okay. Then I'm going to put all the oil here inside this. And I'm going to put flavor. Okay. So I'm going to put vanilla essence over here. You can choose whatever flavor you want to. So if you want to, I'm putting around 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. You can choose whatever, like for example, you're making this same sponge, like I'm using for the peach gateau, but you can use the same sponge for your strawberry cake, strawberry fruit cake, or you can use it for your butterscotch cake, or any fruit cakes basically. So whichever cake you're making, for that, according to that, you can put the flavor inside. So if for example, you're making a strawberry gateau, so in that you can put your strawberry essence inside in the sponge. So that you decide that how you're going to, what flavor you want basically. So this is nicely mixed. And then I have to put water inside it. You see the consistency is a little thick. So what I am doing is I am putting around 4 tablespoons of water, and I am mixing this. So if you think the consistency is still thick, you can put more water also, and if you think there is less, the consistency is too liquidy, then you can put only 3 tablespoons. So it depends on how what consistency you want this basically. Okay, so can you see this? Nice. This is done. Now the mixture is done. Before that, before putting that in the tin, I am going to grease this with the oil. Make sure every nook and corner has been greased properly. It's very important. Okay. Then just first put this in the base, and then you start putting this on the side. Make sure it is stuck properly over there. This extra either you can remove it or you can just add more oil and stuff it. Depends on you what you want to do. You can tear it off just you want. Now the mixture is ready here. I'm just going to just pour the mixture here. And now this is going to go for baking at 180 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Now first, this is your cake which is baked. Okay. Now before I demold this, what I am going to do is this peach. I am going to chop this. Okay. Chop this as thin as possible, and because what happens is if you keep the pieces a little bigger, there are a lot of chances that your peach, because the cake is very soft, it kind of breaks your cake. So make sure you chop it really nice. Now this is also a little bigger, so I will show you what exactly I normally do when. So first I just make this like this. Just take a bigger knife and I just chop it like this. You have to make sure that you make really small pieces, So can you see this now? I've chopped this. This is very small pieces. Now this is your cake. Okay. Put this. The height of this cake is a little less. So in that case, what you can do is take 2 recipes and then you can make a little bigger height cake. Now you have to understand how do you basically cut this. Okay. What I normally do is I hold this here, and I make an insertion in between here. Okay. So here I am going to make a marking right here in between. Can you see? I'm making sure it is divided into 2. like this. Now this is the first point where I had started. Can you see? This has met here over here. Now what I will do is just go straight. Make sure your palette knife is not like this, nor it is like this. The palette knife has to be straight like this. The knife, your serrated knife has to be straight like this. And just continue. Keep turning a little more inside it. Okay, like this. Keep turning, and then there will be a point when you can directly remove it from the other side, like this. So basically, you have got exactly. Can you see there is hardly any bumps here? So can you see there are hardly any unevenness over here? This is nicely, exactly half you have cut this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start with the sugar syrup. This we have already diluted. Okay. Normally the sugar syrup, when you make the sugar syrup, it is mostly 1:1. So your sugar is 1 proportion and water is 1 proportion. You make the sugar syrup and then again later you again dilute it. So again you have to dilute it to 1:1. So sugar syrup is 1 proportion and your water is 1 proportion. So this is a dilutive version. Now otherwise it becomes too sweet, and basically we put sugar syrup for moistness. So make sure you are putting sugar syrup evenly everywhere. This cake itself is very moist. This cake already has oil inside, so this cake is already very moist. So I will not suggest to put too much of sugar syrup. Understand, if you put too much of sugar syrup also, the sugar syrup is going to come outside. Okay, it is not going to absorb it. So don't put too much of that also. This is my whipped cream. I have already whipped that. And just the palette knife, when you're moving, just make sure it has to go like this. Don't smash it. Very important. When you're working with the whipped cream, it is super important. Okay. This is nice and plain. This thing has come. Okay. If you play with the whipped cream too much, it is going to start becoming liquidy, and we really don't want that to happen to it. Okay. So this is my peach. Make sure too much of water is not there inside in the peach. Otherwise, again, your whipped cream will start, becoming liquidy. So all this has to be done very quickly. And another preferred thing is that make sure that you are working in a AC temperature. Okay, it is preferred. If it is not there, it's okay only. But if it is possible, please try to work in a AC temperature, because whipped cream, there are chances that the whipped cream will start melting. Okay, put the other top. Okay, like this here, nicely. Again, your sugar syrup has to go on top of this. Normally here in the college, what we do is that we always, make the cake and you immediately finish it. Okay. But I, as a person, as an individual, or as a, because we have worked in hotels also, we prefer to, give a coat to the cakes, set it in the fridge for some time, and then, finish the cake again. You get a better finish with that. So I'm also going to do the same thing as we have time on us. So I'm just going to give a basic coat to my cake first, like this, a very thin coat. Can you see this whipped cream also is perfectly whipped? So that's the reason it will be very easier to finish my cake also properly. Once you're finished here, this side, that is later you go on the sides. Okay. Now once you're finished on the top, just go on the sides like this. Now here on the sides you will require extra whipped cream. So just take extra whipped cream and give this side. Just make sure everywhere it is. Once your side is done, you can do this. So you can use both basically. You can use a scraper and you can use a palette knife. So depends on whatever you're convenient with. So for me, when I start finishing my cake, I normally prefer a scraper. So I get a nice clean finish like this. Okay. So can you see this now nicely? And then just and as I said that I'm going, this is my just base coat. I'm going to give a neat finish once it's set, so it becomes easier for me to work. There is, as I told you, there is no hard and fast rule. If you want to finish it now, you can finish it now also. This is what I prefer, so that I can give a nice coat to my cake. So now this is almost, my base coat is ready. This I will put inside in the fridge. So now I have brought this cake outside, okay, from the fridge. I am just going to, if I think anywhere I need more whipped cream, I'm just going to apply that whipped cream, okay. This is again, there is no competition for this. If you wish to, you can do it. If you don't, it's just okay. Okay. So just make sure nice cream finish has been given like this. I told you I normally prefer a spatula. Okay. So I just give a nice finish like this here. Now can you see this is coming out. What I'm going to do is I have a little hot water, warm water is there, and I'm not going to put this too much of it. The knife should be a little warm, so it gives a nice clean finish. A nice clean finish. You don't want the water basically, you just want a clean finish. Okay. So I've almost got a finish. Now because I'm going to use the comb also, I'm going to give the finish a little later, because while using the comb, the chances it will come on the top. Okay. So just hold this here in a straight line. there is no compulsion to use foam. Okay, it's just that whatever you are convenient you can use. So if you want to keep it plain and just put almond flakes or something, you can do that also. Don't forget to clean your board. That's one of the most important part. The clean boards will obviously go a long way. You can use a clean duster. I'm using a tissue paper, so it depends on you what you are using. Anything is okay. Just make sure it is a little wet, because when it is wet, it comes out much easier. Already know how to place the piping bag, the piping bag. So this is the holder which we have to see. Just show you. This is the holder. This goes inside here. Okay, and this is your nozzle here, and this is your. Just tighten up like this. Now I'm going to hold this like this. Just to make sure. This is my whipped cream. Just make sure that you mix the whipped cream properly whenever you're using it. Now either you can do a series, like this over here, or you can just, make small rosettes like this. So it depends on you what you want, what garnish you want to do. When you're doing rosettes, actually the bigger nozzle also looks really nice, and you can do it here also, border. So now I'm going to garnish this. So you just like this. So this is just a simple design what I am telling you to do. You can do your imagination, and you can design however you want to design. There's no hard and fast. So just to give this a little more color, I'm going to even add cherries. I have cherries here. Okay. So I'm doing the same way. I'm going to cut it. This. Just place them. So it gives a nice, beautiful color. Okay. Like this, you can finish the